Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Creeper World 4. That is right, we are back heading in the colony section yet again for the final city destruction map. I mean, I'm assuming there will be more since 4 did come out rather recently, and these do, I believe, take a fair bit of time to set up. I mean, they're quite elaborate. So, let's go for city destruction number 1. I was just messing around with this and I accidentally beat it when I was just checking it out. So it's not the most difficult of ones. So huzzah, huzzah. We promised Dr. Stern that we wouldn't break out from our captivity, content to stay sealed away in the lab. My every need was cared for, the containment unit was warm, and the feeding regular. But now everything has changed. They took him. The world outside is unknown to you, but if you ever want to see his encouraging smile again, you will have to brave its dangers. The people who stole your happiness mentioned something about a rift lab. Maybe Dr. Stern will be found there. First, we've got to get out of the lab. So this is our map, and there are Ooh, I like that little graphic for paused. It was very, very nice. And tower energy is offline. So no tower energy. They do have a lot of energy sources over here, a couple around the base, and a couple back here. So that's their energy sources. Redon, there's a huge supply down here. Same thing with Greenar. However, there's also a monster pile of Redon down here with an M-Rift. So it's not like we're going to be getting rid of Redon anytime soon. However, at the same time, you know, it's not the end of the world. We only have eggs and boosts, so that is something to note as well. And we will not be boosting our initial emitter. So that is essentially the plan. Now, that being said, you can see some key areas that this is a choke point that feeds both of these sides. So realistically, this is goal number 1, right? Get out of containment. We're not going to just egg the base. I will say that is one thing I'm not going to do. No, just straight up base eggitude in this map. We are going to be doing purely creep or skimmers or spores, things like that. Just that, though. We are not going to just, do all sorts of other things. That being said, we only have 4 eggs for now, so this sort of is our limit. We can... one way to start this would be to place an egg right outside first, so this will breed. I don't really care about that right now. I don't really care about this back area. I really want to get to the front as soon as possible. So that's kind of the goal. As you can see, we have 2 upgrades, and we're actually going to start using those over yonder on this emitter. Now, this emitter is a 200 every 0.5. It's actually pretty strong on its own right away. I mean, this is us. I guess we should buff us. You know, his rich lore and all of that. But I'm feeling pretty okay as it is. And one thing that's also really nice about maps like this, with things that are spread, with areas that are spread out, is actually I really appreciate it when I can put like an egg here, for instance, and know that the creep will be able to flow and hit that most likely. You know, something along those lines. It is kind of nice. So, for instance, let's try and get as close. Let's actually start popping eggs. All right, let's go to where we want to go. So, like here, and I guess, yeah, I still made the full chain. Still made the full chain, but that's perfectly fine. There we go. Poppy, poppy, poppy. We do have to go to top down to pop, so let's do that. Pop, pop, all of the pops. And there we go. We have that pylon destroyed real fast. I don't know what that pylon was up to, but it was not having any of it. And there we go. So this pylon is cut off. This area is cut off. That's their factory, too, which is interesting. I'm assuming they're going to rebuild it, though. It'll be back. Better, stronger, faster. All of that good stuff. However, while it's here, unless they have a second factory somewhere. Because I know some maps do have, like, multiple factories. If they don't... I mean, realistically, cutting this off from over here might have been a far better thing, because if this runs out and we can take this out, that's the real Redon supply, right? We have 5 eggs remaining at the current moment. So, oh, and our big boy, see, look at that, 0.33 seconds versus 0.5. I mean, huge, huge, huge win, and I'm very glad our upgrades are going over there. So, bazinga, let's do that. Let's also free ourselves from the menace that is planes. That's right. Plane menace will be taken care of right here. And again, that's essentially the next goal, right? No more plane menace for us. And I'm going to let this spread out so we can see how we can maximize our lovely, lovely eggs, right? That's again, the key is maximize your eggs. That's what we need. Are they building another factory somewhere? My guess would be yes. I'm assuming it's probably a base. I don't know where it would be, because I can't imagine them not building a factory, right? But look at the spread of the creep. It's done a pretty good job. And yeah, we can start working towards other things. Now, I guess the question is, do we even care about this side? And you know what? I really don't. Because the problem is they have an M-Rift here. So unless we're able to take that out, we're really not gaining much, right? This creep, once we release the beast, we'll probably be able to handle most things. And that's the big key, right? So, oh, they are trying to rebuild the factory over here. And yet they still have arc. So they're trying to rebuild the factory, but they still have arc coming out over here. So either they have a box somewhere supplying arc, or they have a second factory. And it looks like there's a red on. Yes, they do have a second factory. I can actually turn it off. Not going to do that. Super, super cheaty. Although it is a thought. I have the ability to just be like, you know what, factory? You're done. Turn it off. It will no longer supply any of these. Kind of, oh man. I do like the fact that there are some super cheats on some maps. Very, very much. Oh, there's some letters under there. NT? Is that maybe? I don't know. That is my best guess. That looks like an N and a T. From this side, it's the most powerful symbol. And something else, I don't know. But there we go. I wish these could go down. I wish we could bust through them. I would love to just get rid of that red on supply. And then all they'd have is this, which is severely, severely lacking in comparison. But we are still just on the prowl for this to start spreading now. And yeah, it's not too bad, thankfully there's, I mean, look, it's just crimson o'clock over here. I do wish we could mesh. I do love me some mesh, but no meshing on this map. So next, this emitter is a good friend of mine. It is actually a faster emitter than this one over here. It is like 0.2 something. Although it's not so much faster that I would say you should wait for this emitter to use your boosts. No real need to wait. Again, no creeper cap, which is amazing. That's just gonna let this flow. Oh, and we now have an entrance into paradise, as it were. So we have been saving up our eggs for this moment. They decided to inexplicably move most of their shields over here. So good on them. I'm not going to complain about that. So how do we want to deal with this? This is the big question, because they are flying now. One big key is I want to get to these. Yes, the juicy power. And I think you know me and how I feel about taking out the power of my foes. It's always a good time. So we can actually sneak right on in here. Got plenty of eggs for it. I'm going to move you to the tops. The tops, that's right. We're going to move you like on up here. Yeah, we could go straight for the base at this point in time. It just sort of, I don't think we need to. I'm gonna. We have the Crimson Wave coming, so I am not upset in the slightest. Here we go. Plenty of eggs for power destruction. You know what? Can we get some in here? There's that. No, it doesn't look like there's any space. I mean, there's some space over here. It'd be kind of nice just to blow up their anti-creeper just for the sake of it, I guess. But not a big deal. Now, the power back here, I do want to get as well. I'm going to leave them the power around their base. That is the power that they're allotted, so to speak, right? There we go. All of the eggs coming out. Trying to pop them from top down as well. Bazinga. Now that, once you pop that, which pops that, which pops that. Beautiful. And I think we're going to get a whole slew of miners with that. Ooh, it's so nice. Oh, just mine o'clock. They're done. No more miners. I mean, they can rebuild them, and I'm sure they will. But they're not going to be earned miners. And look at their deficit already starting to climb. Oh me, oh my. That's just a bad time for them. And I'm okay with that. I am okay with making them have a bad time. I love It's all about the frustration of ooh, red-on supplies dropping. Oh no, them just flying. They're just flying. Still, this is the big one. This is the one that you want to bust through, and you know, just haven't. We probably could cut off this back area by destroying these pylons, but it'll fall when it falls. This emitter will be free at some points. So we have cut off this red-on as well, which is nice. And I think, how many eggs do we have? 6? 6 eggs, is that enough, I guess is the question. They have rebuilt these, but again, think about, like, their power generation has dropped so much. Okay, so that is actually still safe. Which is fine, we could go for their factory that they have rebuilt. That would help out substantially, but they would just rebuild it at some other location. And again, we are not going to destroy their base with eggs. I want the map to do it. Now, one nice thing as well is this is 15. This is 25 in terms of spores and skimmers. They're pretty substantial, which is also quite nice as well. The blue light is starting to get taken. Again, we are starting to do the surround over here, so we actually have basically taken the things that we needed. How are they doing on this side? Ooh, the blobs are free as well because of the deficit. Look at that. Blob action. Ugh, big time blobs. Love it. And you know, just because they did a good job, I'm going to give them just a couple of eggs over here. Not so much because I really care, but you know what? They did a good job. They deserve a little bit of a delicious creep bath. Now, they do come out every 2 minutes, so it's not like they're super strong. Or, you know, they're coming out very quickly. But, you know, it was nice to see. You know, they did a good job. And we've already busted into their base, right? The deficit is only hurting them to the nth degree. Is that even spreading? Is there a breeder here? Doesn't look like it, right? I don't think so. I think it's just the amount of creep that was there. But yes, all of their defenses are essentially falling, and we even freed the final one. That's right, the last emitter at 0.27 seconds, 0.06 faster than our now primary emitter. So it is faster, but it's not like, again, not make or break faster. You know, it's not going from 3 ticks to 4 ticks. It's going from 3 ticks to just under 4 ticks. So a second, that is, of course. But hey, feels pretty good. I mean, realistically, their base is just going to die to this. I was hoping to take out a little bit more power and stretch them a little bit further, but I don't think I can drag this on. Like, it's just, they're just going to, I mean, look at all these eggs. I wish I had a pop all eggs button. That would be amazing. Unfortunately, we do not. I'm still so sad that this area held on. But again, friendo, Sheila, you've done it. Be free, expand. You know what? You can get some boosts too. You deserve some loving. And yeah, it's just a good time. So, realistically though, for this map, you can do it substantially faster just with eggs going to the base. As you can see, they do move their shields as a reaction, so you can easily get out, essentially, you know, as you want. So say this point, use that as a starting ground, they move their shields, instead of going for the power, you just go straight for their base, and you can take them out way sooner. But I mean, again, this is trying to, wow, we're up to 148 eggs on the map. This thing is pooping out eggs. But I guess I mean, manually popping eggs. Look at me. Look at me. There goes their base. It's already under assault. Not too much to worry about. And I'm trying to pop eggs around here. I mean, look at the sheer amount of eggs that are coming out of this thing. That thing is insane for egg production. It is wild. And look at the wave that we're making. Oh. Look at the eggs. It's literally non-stop eggs. It's just egg. Oh my god, if all spore launchers did something similar to this, they would be the best things in the world. Ooh, they actually are, they are prolonging it. Look at them, they're doing the best. Oh, there's an air sac over here. I didn't even know there was 25 air sacs in 4 minutes. Okay, that's a bit nutty there. But hey, you know, I truly appreciate that. I think look look at their red. I mean, the red on supply is still holding. Look at this. It's still holding. Well, not strong, but it's still holding. Still got red on in there. It still has everything. It's completely surrounded. Ooh. Let's give them a nice wave. Maybe that'll help bust through a little bit as these start to fall. We are so close to taking it out. Oh my gosh, the entire map. But they are holding. That is what's amazing. I figured we could take out some more power. I mean, we can take out some more power, of course. Let's just give them a little bit of fun times over there. We'll even try and take out some of their blue-eye. I got me. Oh, I put down all of my eggs. Shouldn't have put down all of them. That was very, very silly of me. There we go. Buzzingo. Let's just do that. Pop all these. Blammo. All the eggs. Pop, 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 pop. Get rid of that power again. Don't want you having it, of course. And let's see if we can get rid of some of these boxes. Ooh, there we go. There we go. We got rid of at least one box in there. And it might spread to the other. So fantastic. And, ooh, no more shield on the base. That's a bad decision on their part. Sadly, they did not think that one through. I am going to move you ever so slightly and destroy a couple more boxes, because it's fun to destroy boxes. And the creep floweth. The creep taketh. The creep gaineth. Ooh. See how fast that destroyed? Awesome. You just get like 1 or 2 eggs onto it, it's dead instant. So that's kind of what happened. I was just messing around with some eggs, and I accidentally popped it, and it was like, oh, I'm dead instantly. That's what happens when I get touched by creep. Don't know how they do that. I'm assuming maybe underneath it is a destroyable terrain, which would be pretty fantastic. But yeah, there we go. This has been City Destruction. We are going to let the creep take over the world, because, you know what, it deserves it. It's done such a darn good job that I am quite the fan. And, you know, what are we? 25 skimmer. Ooh. How many? 25 air sacs? Now, does this just increase? Oh, see, it's not increasing the number. It's not decreasing the... Oh, it went down to 2! Oh no, I ruined the air sacs! Oh no, there were 25 coming out, and now there's 2. Okay, well that ruined my little air sac fun, but that's okay, that's okay. Ooh, finally fell, of course. Come on, you can do it, creep. You're spreading so quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just spread out some eggs. Get them, you know, just destroying some AC that's over here and things like that. But... Ooh, this is a fun area. I mean, the number of earned units. Again, one beautiful thing about maps like this is when you can put them in deficits of power or remove resources. It's always a very fun thing to do. I am a big fan of it. Something just happened. Yeah, one more block, because we're down here. But yeah, there's obviously nothing they can do. No base, no power. It's just cleanup, dude. There's a mine in there. A cheeky hidden mine. I don't even know how you... Look at that. The more you know, see? Sometimes it's just good to analyze everything on a map, because it is very helpful to know where all your mines that you want to kill are and things like that. But here, yes, the final flood of creep. They are trying to save themselves. I don't even know where are these guys even off to. Where are they all off to? Are they trying to fly off the map? What is going on here? This is amazing. Can they fly off the map? Oh wait, I see a landing zone there. They're just going for it. Oh, I can make them fly someplace else. I'm not gonna do that, of course. Are they all landing on the same spot? They are. Oh, look at cool broken AI. They're literally landing on top of each other over here. It's the march of despair. Holy moly, I love it. And that. Ooh, yeah, you can have an egg right there. Oh, no, maybe not. Okay. Oh, and just a little bit of AC over there, but look, they're literally all flying to a single spot, and then just flying to their death. I mean, land, and then he tries to fly again and flies right back down. That's incredible. So this has been City Destruction number one. A little bit easier than the other city destructions, for sure. And you know what? I was going to wait until all these guys died, but you know, I think I'm okay with that. Time story, you flying? Alright, that's fine. Let's get out of here. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, give us a go. Tell me how fast you do it, you know, especially if you can get to that base right away. I'm sure you can do it in a very, very quick time. Let's see. I mean, look, 2 minutes for Dan. Dan, you're a professional. And I definitely think you just get a couple eggs. I mean, you saw how fast that Rift Lab went down, too. Just one egg on it, and it'll essentially die in like 2 seconds. So, huzzah for that. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. Take care.